Om Shanti and greetings of peace to all of you from Mount Abu, from the hills of Varanasi to this holy land of Varanasi. It's my proud privilege to be amongst you all and share some of the insights that we have on this subject of leadership and management through spiritual wisdom. I thank the organizers for inviting me, giving me this honor. Our brother Krinshnamurthy is taking leave from us, and it was nice to hear his golden thoughts. So I'd like to thank the organizers to honor me in this beautiful gathering with such a beautiful subject which I feel is the need of the hour. My dear brother Rakesh Mittalji and divine brother who just left from our gathering, we heard their beautiful words and some things on spirituality. They enlightened us. Spirituality is beyond all religions. It is something to go within, to realize. Since ages, we've been listening to these words, know thyself, realize thyself. Well, everyone knows who they are physically, and at the same time, we also know to that spiritual level that we are all spirits or souls or Ruh, Atma, which is eternal. What else do we have to know about it? What else do we have to realize about it? That is the wisdom. And when we realize our real self, who we are, what is my real identity? There are two aspects of ourself, the physical aspect and the spiritual aspect. The physical aspect is made up of the 5 elements of nature, and therefore the body demands the 5 elements of nature for its survival. But the spiritual self, when we go towards that self, spirituality means that spirit which is the essence of 7 values. That is why everyone is aspiring for peace. Why do we need peace? Because that is my real identity. Why do we all need water? Because that is the identity of the body. Why do we need oxygen? Because that is the identity of the body. Similarly, why do I need love? Because that is my identity. Each and every human being on this earth, everybody needs love, everybody needs peace, everybody needs happiness, everybody needs pure feelings, everybody needs wisdom in life. So this is where we are all connected, at the spiritual level. And therefore, spirituality is a science. It is said that science ends, from there spiritual science begins. It is a science which makes us understand at a very subtle level, at the spiritual level. Coming to the leadership and management part, how can spiritual wisdom help us there? life in the present time, I would say, is like a sea-going adventure. Just like Christopher Columbus, when he started out into the unknown to chart some new territories, he had no definite maps, and he set out on a journey. He was not aware of the type of storms and hurricanes that he might have to go through, and his ship was neither built to face those storms and hurricanes. He was not aware of the types of creatures in the ocean, the sharks and the whales. And he was not even aware of the silently moving undercurrents in the ocean. The only thing he had with him was a compass, which gave him a constant direction and told him in which direction he is heading for. And with the help of this compass, he was successful to a certain extent. Life is also such in the present time. We are also going on this journey into the unknown future. This is an age of uncertainty. And so going on this journey into the unknown future, we have no definite maps for the future times. And we are not even aware of the types of storms and hurricanes we might have to go through, we might have to face. And hardly we are prepared for that. We are not even aware of the types of creatures that may be after us, the sharks and the whales. We are not even aware of the silently moving undercurrents within our own organization maybe, or within our own lives of weaknesses. And the worst part is, we do not even have a compass that can tell us whether we are moving in the right direction or not. So we are totally at the mercy of, yes, we are totally at the mercy of We are totally at the mercy of crisis in today's age. And therefore, in leadership and management, we need spiritual wisdom, because that becomes the compass that can tell us whether we are moving in the right direction or not. This is why the need of the hour, the call of the time, is spiritual wisdom. Because that's the only compass that can take us through this unknown future, or in this age of uncertainty. And so, leaders, what is the definition of a leader? Anyone can give me a definition of a leader? Somewhere I read very beautifully that leader, creative leader, is the one who never reacts but observes, understands, analyzes, and then acts decisively on the basis of that spiritual wisdom. If a person would come into immediate reaction, then it's not going to make him successful. It will never give him the real success. So leader is the one who never reacts. Yes, there are so many challenges in today's world that a person has to go through. Beautifully I read somewhere, challenges are there for everyone. But for some, challenges open the doors to new opportunities. And for some, it gives them a great setback in life, when every time they have to, like, that they have to repent for it. So, when challenges are there for everyone, for whom does it open the doors to new opportunities? And whom does it give a great setback? It was very beautifully written that at the time of challenges, those who take right decisions, for them the doors of opportunities are open. And at the time of challenges, those who take a wrong decision, and the wrong decision is because there is a lot of confusion here. No clear focus. No spiritual light, insights. That's why a person takes a wrong decision. And when he takes a wrong decision, there is no U-turn. So throughout his life, he misses the opportunities and he has to repent. That is a great setback that he experiences. So a leader is the one who never reacts, but observes, understands, analyzes, and then acts decisively. And how can he do that? There is a charisma of contentment. And there are 5 seeds that he has in his life, on the basis of which he is able to do that. He becomes a leader. And these are the 5 seeds. First, he has a cool and calm state of mind. The second C is, he has a clear focus. The third C, when there is cool and calm state of mind, a clear focus, is confident in whatever he does. And when the 3 are together, there is commitment. He is committed. And when the 4 C's are there, cool, calm state of mind, clear focus, confidence, commitment, then he becomes creative. He has creative ideas flowing. If there is confusion here, there is no creative ideas. There is always stress or conflicts going on inside. So a leader has confidence in it, committed, and creativity. And therefore, there is something that is within which we have to bring out, tap them out and bring out the inner potential that we have. And so it is said that when anything happens outside, in order to manage things outside in a beautiful way, whenever there is a storm, the safest place in that storm is go within. Inside there is stability. Otherwise, all the things outside are going to affect our inner state of mind. So when I am cool and calm inside, that vibrates and that affects at all levels in our life. It affects the mind, it affects the body, it affects our relationships, it affects the society and the environment in total. So whenever there is a storm, the safest place is go within. Be silent. Focus inside. And we will find solutions. We will find answers which will help us to move through the turbulent times that we face or we go through. And for that, there are 8 attitudes. And these are all, nothing can be taught in this world. They have to be tapped out from within. And these 8 attitudes of a leader is, the first and foremost attitude of a leader is what Sri Krishna taught us. In Mahabharata times, it is said that there was so much of turbulence and Arjuna lost his confidence. He was so much confused and he started saying so many things. The whole first chapter of Gita shows how much confused state Arjuna was in. And during that time, how a leader is the one who listens. So the first and foremost ability that a leader should have is a listening ability. Because when we are able to listen, we are able to get the information, the right information to take right decisions. But together with listening ability, we have to keep ourselves mentally available. Sometimes we are physically available, but mentally we are moving somewhere else. So mental availability, so that I don't miss any piece of information which I need in my life. And then to discern or discriminate what is right and what is wrong from all the information that we have gathered. And when that is there, then we are able to take accurate decisions. And that decisions can change, open up new opportunities through the decision-making ability of a leader. These are the four main attitudes. They are very deeply interconnected with one another. And there is another four attitudes. The fifth one, which is tolerance. Together with tolerance, when a leader takes decisions, he has to tolerate also. So this is another value that he has to have, is to bring out. Not only tolerate, but sometimes he has to be flexible. He has to adapt himself with the changing environment, the changing scenario. So he has to have a great adaptability. And then only is able to respond in an accurate way. He can take up responsibilities when he takes decisions. And when he takes up the responsibility, he creates a team. And when he has a team, he has to be a good listener again, so that his team can trust him. So these are the other four. These are the 8 main attitudes or abilities that a leader should have. And there is again a great interactivity, connection in all the 4 of them. So all the 8 are interconnected and they are connected to one another also. Listening, availability. When he keeps himself available, he has to tolerate also at times, has to adapt, discriminate, take decisions. Then only he is able to take up responsibility, create a team, and there is a great listening power. But there are some core values which are attached to these 8 abilities. With the listening ability, the value that is connected is patience. These are spiritual values. In order to develop the abilities, leadership abilities, there are some spiritual values. Patience. This is most important value. To keep ourselves available to all, there should be humility, for tolerance, love, which is also spiritual value. To adapt ourselves according to the right time and the right scenario, maturity is needed. And to discern and discriminate, we have to have knowledge or wisdom. And to take accurate decisions, stability is required. And in order to take up the responsibility, courage, and to create a team, cooperation. So these are the 8 spiritual values which enables a person to take up the leadership and manage the external world outside in a beautiful way. It is not that we do not have them. We see out all the 8. 4 of the abilities are something that we have to be, and the other 4 is something we have to do. In order to do something, we have to be. Without being, we cannot be a doing. Without being, if we start doing, then it is just half. And that is where a person fails. cannot be successful. But when he is able to be, he is able to do as well. The doing capacities are also there with the being capacities. It is not that we do not have these capacities, but early morning hours, they may be at the maximum. We are a good listener in the morning hours because we are fresh, we can keep ourselves available, we tolerate, etc. But in the evening hours, our capacity decreases, and it is only a very small part that we have within ourselves. In the morning hours or beginning of a week, the capacity is maximum. By the evening, the capacity is reduced. As we can see, as the day has gone and it's towards the end, people's listening capacity is reducing. In the morning hours, we were very good listeners maybe. But now, the listening capacity is reducing. So we find that this capacity are there. It depends how, through the spiritual wisdom and through meditation, we are able to focus them and to expand them. Whenever it is, whichever time of the day, whichever time of the week it is, we are able to expand them. So these are the main capacities which are only developed through spirituality. And for that, it is shown in our scriptures also. We always worship Ganesh. Ganesh is said to be Buddhi ka Devata, is the Lord of the wisdom. Buddhi ka Devata. Why? Why is picture kept always in the front? Anywhere, wherever there is wisdom or wherever there is any rituals taking place. Because we find the 8 attitudes are there. He has big ears, so he is a good listener. There is a great presence of mind, so he can keep himself mentally available. He has the power to tolerate, always giving blessings to all. He tolerates and gives blessings. At the same time, his big stomach shows that he is able to accommodate, adapt himself, and small eyes, power to discriminate what is right and what is wrong. And one leg folded and one leg on the ground shows uninfluenced and impartial, down-to-earth decisions. Very good decision maker. And the trunk shows the ability to respond, taking up responsibilities. With the trunk, it is always said for the elephant that he can pull up big trees also, but when a child comes in front of him, he gently picks up. So this beautiful balance between gentleness and firmness and team building, the modak that he loves to eat, the laddus that he loves to eat, that particles join together, so the particles are joined together with sweetness. So wherever the particles means each and every soul is a particle, they can come together in a team when there is sweet relationship, sweetness in their actions. So the 8 attitudes are very beautifully seen in Ganesh. And when he moves with those 8 attitudes, that is why he has 2 wives, 2 companions, Riddhi and Siddhi. Riddhi means right method, Siddhi means success. Success through the right method. And therefore in his name we always find Guranayak. Is also said as Guranayak, a leader with all inner powers and qualities. Ashtavinayak, a leader with wisdom of using the 8 inner powers. Is also said to be Vigna Vinashak, a leader able to overcome all obstacles through the right application of his inner abilities at the right time. And Siddhi Vinayak, a leader who attains success through wisdom and humility in challenging times also. Vinaya means humbleness, humility. So Siddhi Vinayak, who is able to attain success with humility in challenging times. So that is how we keep the picture of Ganesh and always have this vision. I also want to become such a leader. And it is only through spiritual wisdom or the right application of these qualities that we are able to be successful. That is how spirituality becomes the compass, guides us through the turbulent times, in challenging times also. So with these words, I would like to say thank you to all of you for your patience here. Thank you very much.